Okay, I stumbled across this and had to take another look to realize what it actually was. I honestly didn't even know this mod was in the game. Now, you may not think it's really that serious, but it'll make certain builds absolutely insane. Here it is, skill duration. Now hold up, before you go crazy in the comments, hear me out, okay? You may be asking, what do you need skill duration for? Because there's one skill that not many people use, which is probably one of the most deadly and effective in both PvP and PvE. I've used it in numerous builds and it's never disappointed me. You hear me? Never. Of course, skill duration is great for drones, turrets, and other skills that have a certain time limit they're active, but that's not what I'm planning on using this mod for. You ever used the Oxidizer? I'm sure many of you have. Well, if you haven't, then you should. The skill already has an insane duration if you spec into skill tiers alone. You could get up to like 20-second duration. Now for something like the Oxidizer, that's ridiculous. Let me tell you why. The Division 2 is a cover-based shooter, which means that no matter what you're playing, PvE or PvP, NPCs and players alike will always try and get cover. So in PvE, if you spread this around all the areas of the map which have cover, the NPCs will never be able to protect themselves effectively enough to give you a real challenge. It doesn't matter which difficulty you play on. And PvP is great also. So many teams camp in places that have very good choke points in a DZ or elevated vantage points in conflict. If you permeate those areas with the Oxidizer, you can literally cripple their strategy. I've done this, and if you don't believe me, check this build out where I demonstrate this on legendary Roosevelt Island, and another build called Spec Ops I used against manhunts in the dark zone, where I took down their strategy completely when they had us held up in a choke point. You can also use this skill as a sniper when getting a headshot to prevent them from being revived if they're behind cover. I can think of so many ways and scenarios where this will work like a charm, and with these skill duration mods, it's just gonna make it that much more crazy. And I'm sure you can think of other scenarios as well. Tell me down below how you would use the Oxidizer with maximum skill duration. And just to let you know, I'm in the process of making a build with this setup. But first, I have to get the mods because, as I said, they're rare and very seldomly drops. I think I got only 2 so far, and the build I'm thinking of is literally ridiculous. So stay tuned. I'll see you in my next video. Be right out.